Kim Kardashian is one of the most recognized faces in the world, an icon of the 21st century whose name is synonymous with celebrity culture, fashion, and media empire building. But behind the filtered photos, reality shows, and headlines lies a far more complex story. A journey marked by personal reinvention, public scrutiny, tragedy, and transformation. This video explores the real Kim Kardashian, from her privileged yet turbulent childhood to global superstardom, her emotional struggles, and the shadows behind the spotlight. We will uncover the woman beyond the brand, her personal battles, the cost of living under constant observation, and her evolving identity as a mother, entrepreneur, advocate, and human being. What really happened to Kim Kardashian? The answer lies in 16 detailed chapters that piece together the mosaic of a modern myth. Kimberly Noel Kardashian was born on October 21, 1980, into a family that was already rooted in notoriety. Her father, Robert Kardashian, was a prominent lawyer best known for his role in the O.J. Simpson trial, while her mother, Kris Jenner, was a socialite with a keen sense for business. Kim grew up in the affluent neighborhood of Beverly Hills, surrounded by fame, wealth, and the unspoken pressures of high society. She attended private schools and lived a life that seemed charmed from the outside. Yet beneath the surface, she navigated a family marred by divorce, shifting relationships, and the burden of public legacy. Her father's involvement in one of the most infamous trials in American history thrust the family into an uneasy spotlight. Kim's path to fame was not conventional, it was explosive. In 2007, an intimate tape recorded years earlier with then-boyfriend Ray J was leaked to the public. What could have ended a career before it began instead became the catalyst for one of the most remarkable brand empires in pop culture history. The scandal was met with both condemnation and fascination. Instead of hiding, Kim, and her mother Kris, leaned into the moment. The tape drew millions of views, but more importantly, it sparked curiosity. Who was Kim Kardashian? Why was everyone talking about her? This attention led to the creation of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, a reality TV show that debuted the same year and changed the trajectory of Kim's life forever. Keeping Up with the Kardashians began as a glimpse into the lives of a privileged family but soon became a phenomenon. Kim emerged as the breakout star, thanks to her charisma, calculated vulnerability, and business-savvy decisions. She wasn't just famous for being famous, she became the architect of a media empire. From mobile apps to clothing lines, fragrances, and eventually the wildly successful Skims brand, Kim turned her name into a franchise. She became a marketing genius, mastering social media before influencers were even a thing. Her Instagram account alone became a multi-million-dollar asset. Kim's story was no longer just about scandal. It was about resilience, strategy, and turning the tides of public opinion. In 2014, Kim married rapper Kanye West in a lavish ceremony in Italy. Their relationship was the stuff of tabloid dreams and nightmares, a merger of two cultural juggernauts. Together, they had 4 children, North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm. The marriage was marked by both creative synergy and intense personal strain. Kanye's struggles with bipolar disorder were public and chaotic, culminating in political rants, Twitter meltdowns, and heartbreaking moments that played out under media scrutiny. Kim's role shifted. She was not just a reality star or entrepreneur. She became a caretaker, a mother navigating chaos, and a woman trying to hold her family together in the face of personal breakdowns and public spectacle. In 2016, Kim was robbed at gunpoint in her Paris hotel room, a moment that deeply altered her perspective on fame and personal safety. The robbers tied her up, gagged her, and stole millions in jewelry. The trauma was real and raw. She took a break from the public eye and reevaluated her lifestyle. The event left scars, physically invisible but emotionally profound. Kim later revealed that the incident changed how she dresses, travels, and posts on social media. This was a turning point where vulnerability became part of her brand, but not for profit. It was a survival mechanism. In a move that surprised many, Kim began studying law in 2019. She wasn't doing it for a show, she was working toward becoming a criminal justice reform advocate. Inspired by her father and moved by cases of injustice, she began campaigning for the release of non-violent offenders. Her efforts led to the release of Alice Marie Johnson, a grandmother serving a life sentence for a non-violent drug offense. Kim's work earned praise from unexpected corners, including the White House. Her critics accused her of using advocacy as a PR stunt, but the lives changed by her involvement told a different story. In 2021, Kim filed for divorce from Kanye West. The separation was painful but necessary. In the wake of the divorce, Kim focused on rebuilding her life, redefining her identity, and continuing her advocacy work. The divorce wasn't just the end of a marriage, it was the end of an era. Kim spoke openly about the loneliness she felt and the difficulty of co-parenting under the watchful eyes of millions. Her rebirth came through honesty, therapy, and a recommitment to her personal goals. Kim's life is a performance, but the toll is real. Every public appearance, tweet, or outfit becomes global news. The constant need to curate, control, and correct public perception is exhausting. She's battled anxiety, body image issues, and the impact of cyberbullying. Critics accuse her of promoting unrealistic beauty standards, while fans celebrate her confidence and candor. The truth lies somewhere in the middle. Kim is both empowered and imprisoned by her image. She's a pioneer of self-promotion, but also a cautionary tale about the price of fame. Beyond social media and reality television, Kim Kardashian is a business mogul. With ventures like Schemes, KKW Beauty, and multiple fragrance lines, Kim transformed her influence into multi-billion-dollar ventures. She studied the markets, hired top teams, and understood consumer psychology. But this success was not without controversy. Accusations of cultural appropriation, labor exploitation, and unsustainable marketing occasionally clouded her achievements. Kim often responded with diplomacy and adjustments, reflecting a growing awareness of her influence and responsibility. Being a mother while constantly in the public eye presents unique challenges. Kim has spoken openly about raising her children with a strong sense of identity, heritage, and normalcy, despite their extraordinary circumstances. Faced criticism, how she dresses her kids, how often they appear online, or how she balances work and motherhood. Yet those close to her describe her as fiercely protective, emotionally present, and deeply committed to giving her children stability and love. In 2021, Kim passed the baby bar exam in California after multiple attempts, proving her commitment to her legal education was more than performative. She studied hard, failed, studied harder, and finally succeeded. Her journey was documented to inspire others and to shed light on how non-traditional students, especially mothers and working professionals, can still pursue ambitious goals. For Kim, the law became a way to give back, an evolution from celebrity to advocate. Within the Kardashian family, Kim is often seen as the anchor. Her relationships with her sisters, Kourtney, Khloe, Kendall, and Kylie, have experienced highs and lows, often played out on screen. Behind the scenes, Kim is described as the peacemaker, the planner, and the backbone of the family brand. But managing family while running businesses and filming shows came with conflict. Power struggles, jealousy, and differing visions for the future created rifts, many of which had to be repaired off camera. Despite the curated perfection, Kim has dealt with pain. The death of her father deeply impacted her. Kanye's mental health crises, custody battles, and constant legal scrutiny created additional emotional strain. Her vulnerability was often used as tabloid fodder. Yet she rarely crumbled. Instead, she turned to therapy, built strong friendships, and began speaking openly about mental wellness. Her transparency gave fans permission to be imperfect, too. Kim has redefined what it means to be famous. She has shown that influence doesn't require traditional talent, only relentless self-awareness, adaptability, and a willingness to evolve. Today's influencers owe much to Kim's blueprint. But fame is changing, and so is she. Kim is focusing more on legacy, law, philanthropy, sustainable business, and empowering the next generation. From scandal to mogul, from reality star to reformer, Kim Kardashian has constantly rewritten her narrative. Her reinvention is not just survival, it's an art form. She anticipates cultural shifts and adapts before she's left behind. This ability has kept her relevant for nearly 2 decades, a feat few celebrities achieve. Reinvention, for Kim, is not a response to failure but a sign of growth. Kim Kardashian is no longer just a name, she's a narrative. One that reflects society's obsession with fame, beauty, reinvention, and redemption. Behind the filtered selfies is a woman who continues to evolve, surprise, and endure. If you enjoyed this in-depth look at Kim Kardashian's life, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Your support helps us keep telling the real stories behind the fame. Join us next time as we uncover the truth behind the headlines, one story at a time.